Hey guys, welcome to yet another edition of Enota Digital Storytime, and let's dive right into this one. Here we go. Alright, well I love to start things off with my favorite game. It's called Guess the Sound. I want you to grab a friend, see if you can guess what this sound is, and let's listen on 3. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. What is that? It almost sounds like maybe a baby or something. Here we go. Let's hear it again. All right, go ahead and say out loud what you think it is. I'll give you 3 seconds wait time. All right, your 3 seconds is up. Give me a drum roll. It is. Let's see. It's a baby lion. Look at that. Baby lions. Well, guys, today I thought I'd read you a really fun book called Egg Drop, and this is by one of my favorite authors named Minnie Gray. And it's just a fun little book that you can read really fast before bedtime or something. So I thought I would share it with you. I love this book. The egg was young. It didn't know much, said the mama chicken to her baby chickens. We tried to tell it, but of course it didn't listen. If only it had waited. But the little egg did not want to wait. Ah! See all little chickens listening to mama? Here is the story of the egg that wanted to fly. Now, can eggs fly? No, we know they can't. The egg had always loved looking up, seeing birds and balloons, airplanes and insects, helicopters and bats and clouds and all the fun things that fly through the sky. I can fly too. Can an egg fly? Well, if you said no, don't hold back Egg. Maybe he'll figure out a way. Let's see. Egg wanted to fly with them, and he dreamed of the different ways that he could fly. He dreamed of putting airplane parts on himself, or maybe turning himself into a helicopter, or maybe he could fly like an angel, or maybe he could go into a hot air balloon, or even paragliding, or he could turn himself into a parachute and glide down. All the different ways he wanted to fly. But the egg was young. It didn't know much about flying, and it didn't know anything about aerodynamics or Bernoulli's principle. Bernoulli's principle is what makes lift go onto aircraft. Faster moving air here with slower moving air under the bottom. And that's what creates lift. That's Bernoulli's principle. You learned something today. The egg just knew it had to get up high. And there was a very tall tower made of bricks on a hill. Inside that tower were 583 stone steps. Just the kind of thing Mr. Sanders' wife wants him to climb, and Mr. Sanders doesn't want to climb. Like at Chickamauga, there's a big castle-looking tower thing that you can climb. And of course, every time we go, my wife makes me climb that big tower. It is cool to get on top, and it is cool to get into. If you ever want a free day trip, go to the Chickamauga battlefield, about an hour away north of Gainesville. You should check it out. But anyways, let's read about this egg climbing this tower. Would you want to climb that tower? It'd probably be nothing for you kids. You guys fly upstairs. The egg climbed to the top. Here he is in the middle. He's on 300. Still going strong. The egg was in the clouds. A bird flew past. Caw! Caw! The egg squeezed its eyes shut. It drew a deep breath in, and it took a step into space. There was an enormous egg rush. No thank you. There was an enormous egg rush. Sorry about that. The egg opened its eyes and saw friends in the air, felt sky blasting past. Whee! It cried. I am flying! I'm flying! I knew if I just wanted to do something without practicing whatsoever at all, I would be instantaneously a wonderful success at it. But is that how things work? Really? Is he really flying? I don't know. The egg was not flying. It was falling. But he didn't know that. And he fell down with a big splat. It took us a while to clean up the mess, and we tried to put the egg back together again. We used string, sticky tape, Band-Aids, sewing, chewing gum, tomato soup, nails and screws, but nothing really worked. And shells don't heal. Did any of this stuff work? No, it reminds me of Humpty Dumpty. This would be a good book to read with Humpty Dumpty. The egg was young. It didn't listen to Mama. If only it had waited, little chicks. I hope that you will wait, said Mama. That's the mama chicken talking to the baby chicks. Luckily, the egg was not wasted. He became a beautiful egg, sunny side up, with some bacon at a wonderful breakfast. And that, guys, is the end of that awesome story. Look at all these baby chicks coming out of their eggs. I hope they wait to fly. But you know what, guys? If you want to fly at anything, if you want to be great at anything, if you want to be great at school, if you want to be great at reading, if you want to be great at music, if you want to be great at playing basketball or football, anything at all, you got to practice. Practice always makes perfect. Now, you may not be able to be like Michael Jordan if you practice every day, but I guarantee you will be better at whatever you do if you just practice. So the answer to this, the reason I read you this story is, number one, I love this author, but number two is I want you to know that you can achieve things if you practice hard at it. And with that, I'm going to get out of here. Bye.